Hi, everyone. We're live. Just waiting for Miss Norma to get here. Let me send her a message. We are live. Link in chat. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and play y'all a quick video while we're waiting. Hi, everyone. Today is June the 15th. It's been 1 year since Summer went missing. Thank you for joining us today on June 15th, 2022, as we celebrate the life of this beautiful little girl. No one knows for sure where she is. We hope and pray she's alive somewhere and will return home soon. Thank you for watching.
Oh, did I open my camera?
No, you didn't. Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
So I forgot to open my camera.
Okay.
I'll be all right.
You'll be all right. There you are.
Well, here we go again. I never know which way to move.
You're good. I just went ahead and played that new video that I made today. I finally figured out how to talk during the video.
Oh, did you?
Or record during the video on the Canva.
Oh, okay. You're doing better than me. I'm still behind.
You know, I just keep trying and trying. I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to figure it out eventually.
Yeah. Wow. I'd like to sit down now. I told you. Buster, eat. You gonna eat or not? You gonna be hard-headed?
What is it, Buster?
Yeah, I'm trying to get him to eat, but he's been stubborn.
Aw. Still missing his friend.
Yeah. Plus, Dylan come by today, and he's been sad ever since Dylan left.
Oh.
Allie, please get the food off the couch now. And take it to the kitchen. Put it in the where it belongs. Not in the floor. Rinse your plate out. I have to give her straight instructions how to do stuff every time. Well, they're not on their ADH medicine for the summer, so that don't help any.
Yeah, that's not going to be good.
Yeah. It's like
I don't have ADHD.
Get in there and hush now. And I'm not joking. I know I can't get to them now because of my back.
Yeah.
So they try me real hard. It's like, okay, Papa will be home in a little bit. He had to go into work.
Papa will get him.
Yep. I'll stick Papa on him. And they know I will. Because he told them they gave me any trouble while he's gone, they was in serious trouble.
Yeah.
He ain't mean to you. He can be.
You mean him?
Yeah, I'm mean to you.
I don't know if your camera's frozen or what.
I'm moving. I see myself moving.
Because it's just got you like you're looking down, like when you maybe were first looking down at Buster.
Oh. I don't know.
There you go. Now you're back.
It didn't show me on this side doing that. Lagging.
Yeah, now you look froze again.
I'm froze.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what's going on. I gotta get me a camera to go on my computer or my laptop one.
Mm,
I just ain't been out to get it.
yeah.
This last week was a bad week, and now I'm paying for it, and I can't move hardly. So
Yeah, I can imagine.
it's like this old granny.
I knew it was gonna you were gonna overdo it.
Tell you. Well, if I hadn't had to do so many steps up and down so many times, I don't think it would have bothered me so bad. But
Yeah.
where I have to do the steps, so
Mm-hmm.
they put us up on the second floor, and then we'd have to run down to the auditorium and then run back up, run back down. That's all I done all day because we had to practice in the morning doing it, and then during the recital, I had to run up and down.
Mm.
Really didn't get no breaks in between.
That's not good.
I'm like, I'm getting too old for this. This old body can't take it.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I think I can do everything, but then I can't. And then I'll have a fall or something, and I'll be like, well, I thought I was better, but guess not.
Yeah.
When I went to the doctor Monday, I was like, yeah. She said, oh, your blood work looks so good and everything. I said, yeah, but I'm not good. I mean, I'm not cured. I'll never be cured. And she was like, oh, no, you'll always have your problems.
Yeah.
You know, she said, but you're doing a lot better. And I'm glad your blood work's looking good. And I said, yeah, if I could just quit falling down, I'd be great.
Yeah. And the older you get, they'll keep saying, well, you're getting older. It's like, I know I'm getting older. You don't have to keep reminding me. I know that every day. My body tells me that.
That's right. I was working on Canva because I found some murder mystery riddle questions.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, and I was like, oh, if I could put together a video for that, you know, we could do them, but I didn't get the video because it's a lot of small print, and I'm having to line it up on the Canva page, you know, and I did it off of my Pinterest, and so I thought I had edited it in my photos, but then when I transferred it over to Canva, it's not lining up right.
Oh, okay.
So I'll have to get that put together better, and then we can do that another time.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I guess everybody, well, not everybody, but quite a few people are down there in Rogersville tonight.
Down there. I've been watching news things where they've been talking about trying to find her.
Yeah.
They're still hunting. The case ain't went cold, and they just social media has messed up a lot of stuff, making them make calls that they shouldn't, or things that they shouldn't have had to do, which takes away from them doing their real job. So
that's right.
It's like,
I mean, there's one thing about people being interested in the case and following the case, but people shouldn't be interfering in what the police are doing. And people going and doing things doesn't make the police, you know, get in any hurry to do anything else, you know. So they shouldn't be doing it.
People had been watching all the creators that's been working on this, and they'd hear something or something. They call in, and of course they have to investigate it.
Right.
And they said, if you hearsay, unless you know for sure it happened or this was said, you know, or something, please don't call it.
Right. Well, and just like the other night, one of the creators said that they found that Montgomery, Serenity Montgomery, the little girl that had been missing for so many years, and you know, the mom and stepmom were both in jail, and Nobody, had said where she was or anything like that. Well,
Yeah.
supposedly they were out doing a search at a house where they used to live, and they brought out a refrigerator. And so some creators just jumped on the fact that, oh, the little girl must be in the refrigerator,
Got on and said it.
and said, oh, she's been recovered. And
Oh.
she wasn't.
Oh.
And she wasn't in that refrigerator. And I guess, like, the people that were living there, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sure they would know if there was a child living in the refrigerator.
Yeah.
You
You would
know?
hope they would anyway.
Yeah.
Now they need to let the investigators and all that do their job. It's
Hey,
understandable.
Allison.
You want to report on it, but don't go jump into conclusions that's unless you hear it from TBI or the sheriff.
Well, and what they were saying too is that you can say, something's happening, and, we think that there's a break in that case, or, whatever like that. But if you don't know for sure,
Yeah,
don't
say
just
my
say it.
opinion.
Yeah,
Not their opinion, my opinion.
right. It looks like you're frozen again to me, Norma.
I just like being frozen tonight.
Okay. Well, you could be frozen. But yeah,
My back
people.
is frozen, so I'm frozen.
Okay, so your whole body's frozen.
Yeah. Just don't like me tonight.
But I mean, that's what's wrong, with the people on YouTube. They think they're being helpful, but when you're putting out misinformation, you're not helping anybody.
Yeah.
And if anything, you're making the police's job a lot harder.
Yeah.
And if you'll notice, on most of these cases that we've heard about, it takes a good year for them to be able to piece it all together and have enough to charge the parents.
Yeah.
Or charge whomever their suspect, is. So it's been a year today for Summer, but that doesn't mean that it's, been too long. Because we don't know what they know. We don't know what proof they have.
Yeah.
No. And I was watching one of the creators today, and he was saying that there were definitely cameras at the Walgreens and cameras at the stoplight going into that Warrior State Park. And so I'm sure the police have gotten that video footage and would be able to see for sure, whether or not Summer was in the car and all of that, So we don't know what they know or what they have.
No. I wish they could find her, though. At least
I wish they
give
would
everybody
too.
peace, and let them know if she's all right or if she's gone.
Right, exactly.
I said, but for them not to find no evidence of her body, anything, that's what blows me away. I mean,
I know. And then they were talking about bears in the area, that I guess they have a lot of grizzly bears in Tennessee.
They would find some kind of bone fragment.
Well, but they said that the bear could have taken her off, and that's why they said if it was an animal attack, they don't know whether they would find anything or not. Any kind of evidence.
How does a child just disappear in thin air?
And then did you see on one of the channels, they released a letter that supposedly Don wrote from prison. And in that letter, he's saying something like, I'm sorry, I can't afford to get you home or to get you back or something like that, trying to make out like it's like, she's somewhere, but if he had the money, he could get her to come home.
No.
Yeah, that was creepy. And I guess
I'd say Don knows something, in my opinion. I'd say if the man knows something, he just ain't going to talk. Because he knows it's going to incriminate him and that she'll be taken just like the boys was. And I guess Candace I can't even say her name. She's disappeared. Nobody's heard from her, have they?
Well, and somebody said they thought that the grandmother went back to Wisconsin and that possibly Candace went with her. But nobody knows 100%.
Not where she's at. She's not been on or anything.
No, and they said there's nobody living at the house.
Yeah.
And hasn't been for a little while. So I don't know.
Did they ever search their property?
You mean inside the house?
No, I meant
Or
the
the surrounding property
They have
of,
so much acreage.
yeah. I guess now that search that they were doing yesterday or the day before, they said was on the back side of the property. I'm not sure where exactly that's at.
I know they got quite a bit of property.
Yeah.
I was just wondering, had they searched the whole property? Because I know something about they wouldn't let them come back up and search around the house and stuff.
I don't know, but then the search teams were saying something about they searched where they were allowed to search.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
So I don't know if that means some neighbors didn't allow them, to search their whole properties, or I'm not really sure what that meant.
It looks like something like this, they'd be allowed to do it regardless if the landowners let them, wouldn't it?
It would, you would think, yeah.
Yeah.
And if you don't have anything to hide, why would you care if they came and searched?
Why would you just say you can only search?
Wouldn't you want them to search and get it over with and be off your property?
Yeah.
I would. I
That's
wouldn't
what messed me up when they said allowed to search the area, certain areas.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Why can't they search all of it? I mean, that didn't make much sense.
No, it didn't. And it didn't make sense the way they were choosing their words very carefully about what they were saying about it. So let me play this little video here. Let me see how I can get back in there. All right. Now this is the one this was the one I did today where I figured out how you can record yourself talking with it. Okay. Hi, everyone. Today is June the 15th. It's been 1 year since Summer went missing. Thank you for joining us today on June 15th, 2022, as we celebrate the life of this beautiful little girl. No one knows for sure where she is. We hope and pray she's alive somewhere and will return home soon. Thank you for watching.
It's sad.
It's very sad.
Yeah.
Very, very sad.
Quit doing that. Go sit down. Now. It's children. I'm not joking. It's been so hot today, and they ain't been able to go outside, so they've been real joyful today.
I bet it was miserable when your electric was off, so your air was off.
It was getting so bad in here. God, I prayed. I was so thankful God turned it back on. I was like, I'll tell you, because it was miserable. The animals were miserable. We got 2 little cats that's been outside all day, and I don't know how they handle it. They won't come in. But we keep water and stuff outside for them. But I said, I know that water has to be hot.
Yeah.
then put some fresh water out, put ice in it, try to keep them some cool water. But they don't want to come in, so I keep my eyes on them though,
Yeah.
because they advise you not to even keep your animals out today. It's so hot.
Right.
Yesterday,
Well,
yesterday was hot, but today's a lot hotter than it was yesterday. It's like 106, 107 here. And the humidity's so high. It's like,
that's what kills us down here is the humidity.
it's like, no. I said, boy, we'd have been in a mess if that hadn't come on.
Yeah. I mean, how many days can you go like that?
Yeah.
And then you would have lost, anything. Did you get your stove opened?
Yeah,
Is it-
he left it unplugged all night, plugged it back up
Uh-huh.
this morning and unlocked, but we ain't heard
Oh.
from our insurance, so I don't know what they're going to do about it. And then
Yeah.
about our freezer downstairs, I wouldn't even dare to eat anything out yet because it was off over 24 hours. So, and I said, the only thing that saved the freezer upstairs because we kept putting stuff in there to keep it cold. But the one downstairs we couldn't because it was full and you couldn't get nothing in it to save all that. So it's a smaller freezer. It's like a little tiny chest type freezer downstairs. But the one upstairs is the big one. I said, well, thank goodness we was able to save stuff in here.
Right.
So I said, it costs us too much to lose it right now.
Yeah. Well, I know our electric company, they do that when it's a bad outage like that. They'll give you a voucher so you can go and get groceries because they know people lose everything in their freezers and their refrigerators.
I don't know. I'll have to check and see.
Yeah, check and find out. I'm pretty sure it was from the electric company that did it. We had a hurricane, a tropical storm came through and knocked the power out real bad a couple years ago. And so that's how, I had found out about it.
Well, we took the stuff out of our refrigerator and put it down in our big freezer. So
yeah.
It cold. That way we saved it anyway.
Right.
Because we just went to the groceries was the bad part.
Of course.
Like, of all things was go to the groceries and the electric goes out. It's like,
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Like, I don't know. I tell you, we don't have no good luck.
Yeah, that's what they say. If it wasn't for bad luck, you wouldn't have any luck at all.
That's our motto.
I went to the post office and mailed the little packages to the kids the other day.
Oh, okay.
And I just knew they were going to cost the same amount to ship them, right?
Yeah.
But no, because they weigh a little bit different, even though they're about the same stuff, So the man was like, couldn't figure out why I was looking at the screen so funny, but I was like, wait a minute, they should both be the same. I said, I don't understand why the one is, less than the first one. And he said, well, because it goes by the weight. I was like, oh, okay.
Like, but it's the same.
I said, dummy me, because here I'm just thinking it's going to the same place. It should cost the same thing to mail it there,
Yeah.
Shows I haven't mailed stuff for a long time because I had no idea. I wasn't even thinking about that.
Yeah, I got to get out tomorrow and mail a ring I sold to a lady. But our post office was down too because they didn't have electric, so hopefully they'll back up. I mean, the mail still run, but they weren't allowing you to come in. And this one girl that wanted to buy it, she kept saying, well, the post office open till 5. And I'm like, do you not understand? We do not have electric. And I just quit talking to her because I couldn't get her to understand that we didn't have electric.
To go right then.
Yeah, she wanted me to leave right then. And I said, I can't. I said, I wouldn't have you pay for it till they open back up anyway. But I can't mail it right now because we have no electric. The whole town's down. And They won't let us in the mountain. Never could get it through to her head. I was like, I ain't messing with this woman's crazy. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I ain't messing with her no more. So I'm like, I'll go to the next one. No, my husband bought me a real pretty. It's like a cocktail ring. It's a half carat, diamond shape. And I won't wear it because it's so big. And I've had it for probably 7 to 8 years. And it's been locked in our safe all the time. And I said, I found another one I want. And I told him, I said, I'm going to sell this one if you don't care and buy me the other one. And he said, well, I don't care. So I put it on Marketplace. And I had like 20 people already wanting it.
Wow. That's fantastic.
Yeah. And most of them's from Louisiana.
Huh. That's weird.
Yeah.
I guess they can't get good jewelry in Louisiana.
I said, they must have good jewelry shops down there.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. That's why I told him, I said, you got to pay insurance and shipping and overnight it because I don't want nothing to happen to it because that's a lot of money to have to replace that way and sign for it. That way I know they got it. They can't say, well, I didn't get it. You know, if they sign for it, I know they got it.
Right.
I said, because I'm old don't mean I'm stupid. I'm busted. So Mama ain't that old anyway. Not
That's
old,
right.
Old enough I don't know what I'm doing. I'm pretty smart. Sometimes. Except for when it comes to Canva and computer stuff. Nope. I've had to learn all that on my own, so I'm still learning as I go.
Yeah, I kept looking at that on the Canva where it says record yourself on the when you do the upload.
Yeah.
And then it has a space that says record yourself. And I was like, well, but what I thought that it was going to do was going to like move the video along as I was talking, but it doesn't. It stays on the frame. That's why I like talked and then I didn't. And then I talked at the end. So now I'll know that for next time that you got it.
It only talks at the beginning and then.
Well, either you have to like make it move, I guess. I don't know. But like it just stayed on that first screen, because
I never met. I said
while I was talking.
I haven't messed
and I didn't know it put you in the picture either.
Yeah.
Like, oh, there I am. You know.
Like, guess what? I'm in it. Oh.
So I'm like, oh, look at how I figured this out. You know. It's been crazy, and I've been, on the TikTok. Let me tell you how many people I got following me now.
I
finally figured out on there how I can share a video to a person directly. All right, let's see. I now have 434 followers.
Wow.
On TikTok.
I haven't checked mine since I put in,
And I put the same one that I put on Facebook for the live tonight on TikTok, but I forgot that I had made it yesterday, so it said tomorrow night. So then I was like, oh no, but I don't know how to delete it. So I just had to go and I put another one and then added tonight. So it's like, okay, it looks a little crazy, but I mean for tonight. But I have over 200 and something views on some of these videos, which is wonderful. But you really have to be talking to these people, and most of them are the bots, like the computer generated things.
Yeah.
Not that many were actual live, people. But I did talk to quite a few, but I have figured out how to send a video, and I actually participated in some lives today, watching being on TikTok. Yeah.
They got lives now. See, I'm behind on TikTok.
Yeah, they have they can do lives, but they have to have 1,000 followers to be able to do a live.
Well, I don't know how there. It's like, okay.
But I did be able to chat some on that. So it's interesting. It's very similar to YouTube.
the kids get on there and do little dances and stuff and puts it on all the time.
Yeah, I think it's probably more for younger people, but there were a lot of people our ages on there too. A lot of funny people.
Oh,
People trying to be funny, I guess. Unlike us who just are funny, even when we don't try to be
yeah.
funny.
I got 3 new followers.
Got how many?
3 new ones.
Oh, good.
I have 53, now I got 56.
Oh, cool.
And I just put them on last night, so.
Mm-hmm.
Well, because I really don't know a whole lot about TikTok. The kids do it. Eli's got his own channel now, and Natalie uses mine to do, not yet. Sit down and hush. Don't start. She's wanting my phone. I won't let her have it. She gets on there and does stuff she don't need to do.
Yeah.
She's wanting to watch their video that I took over at the recital.
Oh, okay.
But I loved Eli's. He done so good. I was so proud of him. And I said it was so neat how it done. Because he got his little solo at the end.
Uh-huh.
I said probably the only solo he ever gets, but he got his own little solo there at the end of it.
Well, that was good. I'm glad he got to do it.
He had everybody standing up, screaming for him and hollering. And I was like, during the recital.
Uh-huh.
He's like, man, well, people holler me, I didn't know. And I'm like, yeah, I'll holler at Eli. Way to go, Eli. I said, them young girls got them all stirred up, got everybody clapping and hollering, go, Eli.
That was really good, though. He did really good.
Natalie done real good, too.
Yeah.
She goes, of all years, I don't do hip-hop. I said, of course.
Right. I bet she would have liked to do that, too.
Oh, she was so mad. She goes, I got cool costumes, and I didn't do it. I said, I tried to get you to do hip-hop instead of acro. And no, you wanted to do acro. I said, I told you it was going to happen, and you wouldn't listen. So I said, that's what you get. So she's taking hip-hop next year.
I know, like next year, it'll be the acro that'll have the fun.
Yeah. They usually do good, but it's because they done the light show this year with the black light. That's what she got upset about.
Yeah.
Why did my Siri come on? Okay.
Was it something I said?
No, it wasn't none you said, dear. Goodbye. Oh, no, what? Come on. It's like, was it something I said? If you don't sit down and quit, I'm going to give you a phone. No, Natalie. No.
I think I told you about that at my ex-husband's house. They have the Alexa, and they'll say, Alexa, turn off the light, or Alexa, turn off the TV. Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah. My husband won't have one of them. He said they watch you.
Well, I think theirs sometimes don't pay attention because sometimes you got to tell her 2 or 3 times to get her attention.
Yeah. It's like a kid.
And they have an alarm system. And we were getting ready to go somewhere the other day when we were up there this last visit. And he turned the alarm on. And then the alarm is telling us, you have 6 minutes to leave the house. And we're all like, 6 minutes? We're not ready. We're all
like, okay.
Running around trying to get ourselves together. It was funny. He was like, well, I thought we were ready to go. No, we were not ready to go.
Yeah. Natalie. Ruth Ann. If you're upstairs, you're in trouble.
Mm.
Get down
Eli
here now.
upstairs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ellen's still got stuff here, and I won't let her up there
Oh.
until I get all his stuff out.
I was upstairs, but I was on the stairs.
Go watch TV. I done warned you. I'm not saying it again. She's not allowed to go nowhere for a while because of the way she acts.
Mm.
Even to her aunt's house.
Uh-oh. That's not good.
We're gonna try the heat index is supposed to be lower next week, so we're gonna try to put our pool up. Hopefully. I don't know how far we'll get, but I said we're running behind on everything this year. I don't know, I'll tell you.
It takes a lot to keep up a pool.
Yeah. Well, it takes a lot to get this pool up because it's so big.
Mm-hmm.
But we took it down because we thought we was gonna move. And then we ended up not moving, and that was a mistake. We should
Oh.
have just left it up and left it with the house.
Oh.
And so now we got to put it back up. I said, if we decide to sell the house, it can go with the house. I'll buy another one. I ain't messing with it no more. I'll have somebody come and put one in. Forget this. But, too hard because it takes us forever. You have to get the ground right. You have to get it level. And it's like a pain in the butt. And our ground is not level. Believe me. Our front yard is getting unlevel, and I don't understand why.
Mm.
But you walk out there, and it's like you gotta watch, or you'll mess your ankles up.
Yeah.
Like I don't know why it's doing that. I told him he's gonna have to get one of them rollers and run over it when it rains. Try to
Mm.
do something to it because it's getting out of hand. And it just started that here lately. But when it rains, we're gonna have to put up a border between our yard and the neighbor's yard because where Buster and their dog runs back and forth, they've got a little dip where they've run so much that it's taking our land under to their part and it's going across their sidewalk. From
Oh no.
they got the Great Dane.
Yeah.
So Natalie thought they was putting a garden out on that side. I said, no, that's from where COVID's been running all up and down it. Him and Buster on our side. Buster's got a little thing. COVID's got a great big old place where he runs back and forth.
Yeah.
It looks like they're trying to put a garden out there because all it is dirt now instead of grass.
Mm-hmm.
Our little neighbor, love his heart, he's out there mowing as hot as it is. And he's mowing our front part next to the road. He does
Uh-huh.
it all the time for us, little thing does. I just seen him go by on the camera. He'll mow his front and he'll just come across and do ours. But,
Well, that's nice of him.
yeah, we got good neighbors on each side of us.
That's
They've been
good.
there a while. The rest of them, well, Mary lives across the street. The rest of them, I have no idea who they are. They move in and out so much around here, you don't know who they are.
Right. Well, at least the ones immediately next door to you are good.
Yeah, they've been there for, let's see, Jesse and them's been there probably about 6 years. I say Nate and Desiree's been there probably just as long. They keep saying they're going to move, but they never have.
Hmm.
I said, I'm going to say I'm going to move, but I got to sell my house first. I can't just move.
Yep, that's right.
Because everybody's like, why don't you move? And I said, because we own our house. We just can't up and move like you all can. You rent. We don't.
Yep.
If we rented, we'd been gone a long time ago.
Right.
Believe me. Because I never stayed here. But when you buy a
How
house,
long have you lived there?
we've been here 22 years. Going on 23. Yeah.
Mhm.
Been here a long time. What do you want, buddy? It's just Jesse out there. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah. It's on the front. Is it okay? Okay. You gonna go lay back down? Mm. What? What you want? What you want, big boy? I'm my big boy. Yeah, I've been in bed most of the day because I haven't felt real good. I've just felt real bad because of my back and stuff. And
Yeah.
me
Well,
and Ben,
I figured you were busy running with the kids or something, and
I haven't got over my back
told me
being
that.
out.
I was like, oh boy.
Mm. No, I haven't got over my back being out yet, and it's made me deathly sick today.
Hmm.
I don't know what's going on. I started feeling real bad last night, and went to bed early, and then I got up this morning. And I wasn't up no time. I had to go back to bed.
Mm.
I've been in bed most of the day. I got up about, I guess, something to 5 because he had to go into work and I had to watch the kids.
Hmm. Well, my daughters had the baby. They came over and visited with me yesterday for a little while, but she's been having her at her house, so I've been kind of bored, not having nothing to, do, not having the baby.
Yeah.
And and she called me tonight and said the baby ate pickles for the first time.
Oh my goodness, I'd love to see that.
Which I love pickles, and
Do
they
you?
were off of a Chick-fil-A sandwich. My daughter always, she doesn't like the pickles on it, so she always gives them to me, but I guess she decided to try it and give it to the baby, and the baby ate it.
I'd
So
love to see her face.
I said, well, she's like her granny. She likes pickles. That's good.
I love to watch them when they first eat something for the first time. See what kind
Yeah.
of faces they make. I said that tickles me death, their little faces.
Well, she's she's been trying a lot of things, and we've been trying to get her to try to drink out of her cup, and we've got two or three different kinds of little sippy cups we've been trying, and trying to get her to, you know, learn how to drink just out of a cup, learn how to drink with a straw, and all that. So I guess she's been doing that and being real silly with the cups and stuff, my daughter said.
How are you tonight, Addison?
Is she back? I don't know if she's back in
Is
here or
she
not.
still here? I was just
I
saying
think
she's still here.
I think she was. Well, somebody keeps popping in and out, but I think she
Oh,
was here, but she
my
might
left.
have left.
Oh, okay.
She said if she doesn't get the baby to sleep, she can't watch us because the baby wants to get in here and get in there and
Oh,
hear us and stuff. So
she thinks we're there with her.
yeah,
I know them voices. I know them people.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And I know that
Little.
she wants to see what's going on. She's smart.
Yeah. She's still there. How are you
Is she?
tonight? She's
Oh,
still
I'm
here.
still
Didn't know if we was boring you to death.
here. But I keep hitting my thing wrong to where I can't type. See, because now it doesn't say anybody's watching us.
Well,
So I guess people may be watching us even though that little thing doesn't say it.
yeah. Well, that's good. I'm glad you're good.
I couldn't see you. Okay.
I got to see my niece. She kept hugging me every time I seen her at the recital because I don't get to see her but during recital. I said, we see each other once a year. She's grandma now. I told everybody, I said, she's too young to be a grandma. She goes, oh, I'm loving it. It's her first grandbaby.
You're cutting out stuff for school. Aw, you ready to
Oh,
go back
that's nice.
already, aren't you? You're not enjoying your summer vacation?
It's too hot. I never
She's
did get.
excited though, because she's
Yeah.
gonna be at a new school and a new class and everything.
Oh, that's great.
So she should really enjoy it. I was trying to get my Pinterest account situated because I have like 50 million boards for all the same stuff. So I
Yeah.
was like combining them all together. And I
Yeah.
noticed I have a whole bunch of stuff for her for school stuff. She probably don't even need it anymore. But I used to try to help her
Now, what grade
find
was
like
she teaching?
experiments and stuff. She teaches third grade.
Oh boy, that's the fun age.
Third grade math and science. But the one year they had to do the different states of matter, which was like a second grade standard, but because of the C word, they didn't do everything. And so some of them didn't get to do it. So she was trying to teach some of that too. And so we were trying to find different little experiments the kids could do.
Now, see, you
So
buy a cricket, you can make her all kinds of good stuff for her classroom.
I know. I keep saying I need to get one.
Yeah.
If I ever see one that's good on the marketplace, cheap enough, I'm going to
Yeah.
get one.
I get
Because
the
yes, I could. I could make all kinds of stuff for her.
get the Explorer, not the older ones, because you have to use cartridges on them.
Yeah, no, I want and I don't want the little one. I
No,
don't want the Joy or something it's called.
I can't even tell you what mine's called.
Because that one you can only do so big. It only, like when you make your things, it can only be so wide and stuff.
Yeah. I got the Explorer Air 2.
Air 2. Yeah.
You can do anything on here.
Yeah.
You don't need the 3.
You can
3 costs much.
but you can do like it on any kind of paper, any kind of fabric.
Yeah.
You can do the vinyl. You can do
use the small what do you call it? Not the real thick, but it's like a thicker board. What's shoot? I forgot what it's called. My brain ain't very good anymore.
What?
My brown stuff I use, like make letters and stuff. I'll think of it in a minute. But it's like it's thicker than paper. It's like a cardboard.
Mm-hmm. Is it cardstock?
No, it's
No.
But it's thicker, probably about that thick. You can cut in it. You can cut material. You can cut vinyl. You can cut about anything on it. The one I got. The other one, it's more or less you don't have to use a mat, and you can get different needles to cut different stuff, thicker stuff. But mine came with all the tools. It even come with an extra needle for fine stuff. It came with 3 mats. It come with one that's not so sticky for like cardstock. And then it come with the other 2 for like vinyl and stuff. I don't do much in cardstock unless it's for like cards or something. If I make a card, I'll use cardstock. But I usually do vinyl because I make signs.
Hanson. Welcome, Paula Hanson.
Hi, Paula. Welcome. But I do all kinds of little stuff. I haven't done nothing lately because I've been so busy with these kids. I said I need to get back. I'm trying to make me a sign. I like to make signs. But I need to get me a new hand saw thing. Mine's old. It's getting rusted. Where you saw like the wood for the frames.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saving money back to get me one of them great big Craftsman's nail gun Brad, that runs off a battery, not an air compressor.
Oh, okay.
I'm getting into tools.
Well, hey, if we can conquer YouTube, you can
Yeah.
conquer any kind of power
Yeah.
tool you want.
The only thing I'm not real sure about is the circular saw or the one that's on a platform where you cut wood. I'm kind of still scared of them. My husband
Yeah.
said, ain't nothing to be scared of. And it's just the idea of them going, yeah. I said, you get your finger in there, you ain't going to have a finger.
Yeah, you got to be really careful with
Yeah.
it, especially with the kids around. They think it
Yeah.
looks easy and
Yeah.
they'll get a little trying to help you too much.
Yeah, I let Natalie, she wanted to cook tonight. So we had the hot dogs and chili. And I said, okay, I'll let you cook the hot dogs. She puts them on, goes upstairs. I said, you don't leave your food you're cooking. That's why I don't let you cook.
Oh, no. She's
You
going to
don't,
burn the house down.
yeah, you don't do that. She said, oh, I didn't know that. I'm like, yeah, but it don't matter. You still don't leave them. She said, well, they weren't boiling yet. I said, you still don't leave them. Not when you're learning. It's like, because she gets mad because I let Eli fry eggs. He used the grill last night, but his papa was out there with him. I was scared to let him use it because it was real fire.
Yeah.
And he cooked chicken for us because I can't stand up a long time. And
Well, I mean, they need to learn and you need to teach them, but you still have to do it within reason because you can't,
yeah. Well,
can't
I
let it
told
be
her, I
dangerous.
said, you don't concentrate on stuff. You're from this to this to this to this. Her little mind just goes, and
Yeah.
you forget what you're doing, and you can burn the house down or get burned up when you go back. I said,
Mm-hmm.
till I know that you pay attention more, then I'll teach you. Where Eli, he'll pay attention. She won't. Her little mind just goes off. She wanders off too much.
Right.
Yeah. Because Eli's been cooking since he's 10.
Right.
About 9 or 10. I started him 9 or 10. And I tried her, I don't know how many times, but she won't pay attention. And it's like you got to repeat. And I mean about 20, 30 times, and she still don't get it. It's
Yeah.
like, nope, you're not concentrating enough to learn yet. So I said, when you get better with your learning to concentrate on stuff and really want to do something, then I'll teach you.
Right.
But I'm not going to have you burn my house down.
No. And that's the thing too. Sometimes they just want to because the other one's doing it. It's not necessarily that they want to learn themselves. She might be more of a baker. Maybe I have to try her on some cupcakes or something.
Yeah. She wanted to make a cake tonight. I said, well, I don't got no oil and I'm not running out to get none. And I said, I got to still get oil. I forgot to get oil in the grocery list. So I said, she goes, can't you use grease? And I said, no, you got to have oil. You just can't use grease. It burns up too fast. So I'm trying to teach her different stuff like that. She goes, well, you won't even let me cook an egg. And I said, because you won't stay over to pay attention. The egg, you have to be over top.
Right. Eggs don't take long at all to cook.
Yeah.
Do you have a gas stove or electric stove?
It's electric.
I have electric also, but I learned how to cook on a gas stove. Yeah. Gas stove is a lot easier.
I'd rather have a gas stove.
Yeah.
But our house is set up for electric, so.
It's a lot easier when it comes to watching your flame and being able to adjust your heat. With the electric, if you get it too hot to begin with, then it doesn't cool down too fast. Yeah.
Natalie, bring me one of them pillows, please. Off the couch.
Is it hurting sitting up?
Yeah. Well, I sit up and I lay down. I sit up. If I sit too long, it hurts. I try to move around, but I can't move. No. Get the blanket off your head. You act like you're freezing to death. This child walks around 90 degrees with a blanket on her. Goes outside in the winter with shorts on.
Yeah.
It's like, it don't make no sense. Go on and quit.
She's got her thermostat adjusted wrong.
See if Eddie wants him now. Because he's been
Can I
out
get
there.
my haircut to my collarbone?
Let's not talk about getting a haircut right now. Because it's not the time or place. And I'm not making another appointment for you to turn around and say
I
no.
want to get my haircut and bleach.
You ain't getting it bleached, no. I got something to say about that.
Can I get highlights?
No.
You are brown already. You want to get blue highlights?
Natalie, please go. This is not the time or place to be talking about this right now.
I was trying to look to see the two new ladies to the Facebook group. Oh, Anna and Rosie. So I'm not sure who Paula is, but welcome, Paula. We have a Facebook group called Life Happens Coffee Shop, and we had a couple new members on there this week, and you may already be a member on there as well. We're up to like 88 people, so it's hard to keep track of everybody's name.
Yeah.
But wherever you found us, we are so glad you found us. And we talked about summer in the beginning. Yeah, we're new, brand new, just learning how to do everything and trying to get people to come and watch us and participate.
When my back gets better, I will be doing crafts.
Yes, we will do crafts. And I need to get busy on my next plant video. Figure out what that's going to be.
Natalie, talking
and
about
the trivia.
What are your tomato plants?
We're going to definitely do some trivia nights. We get some people who want to come in and play trivia. We'll do that. And we had a birth in our Facebook group. I don't know if you saw that, Norma. Miss Jerry, who is the sister-in-law to my granddaughter's Nana, she has became a great-grandmother today. Her granddaughter had a baby girl. So her daughter is the grandmother for the first time, and her granddaughter is a mother for the first time, and the new baby.
Congratulations.
So I posted that on the Facebook group too, so everybody could congratulate her. I knew they just had her baby shower. I think the weekend we were coming home is when the baby shower was, so we didn't get to go to the baby shower. But so that was pretty quick after the baby shower, and I think she was like an 8-pound baby. So that was good. Yeah, she did really good. And
my grandson, he's supposed to bring his fiance up soon for us to meet her, since he got engaged over the weekend.
Yeah.
And I told him, I said, don't be in a hurry to make me a great grandma. I'm not bad enough being a grandma, let alone a great grandma.
That's right. But good that he's found somebody and wants to get engaged. That's great.
This little girl has turned him around because he was heading down the wrong road, and I thank God every day for her. And his mom would call me and tell me stuff, and she said, I don't know what to do. And then she called back, and a couple of weeks later, she said he met this girl, and she said, I think she's going to be good for him. And I said, well, what do you think that? And she goes, well, she goes to church and stuff, and she's got him going to church. And because he got to where he didn't believe in God. And I told her, I said, well, and she said she kept trying to talk to him, She don't go to church or nothing. His mom don't, but they believe in God,
Right.
When he was here, I took him to church and stuff, or my mom did when she was alive. And I said, he's more or less raised in church. And I asked him why, and he just said, "Well, I just don't believe in him." And but this little girl's turned him around, and he's quit drinking, partying. And I said, "Well, thank God for that, because now I've got another one that all he wants to do, he won't even work. Her middle son, he won't work. All he thinks it's life's about partying and drinking." And I said, "Well, hopefully he'll meet somebody."
Right.
At a time. She's out of time with him. The youngest one's still at home. He's 17. He says he don't belong to our family. We must have adopted him, is what he said, because he don't act like none of them. He asked her, was he adopted? He said, because my brothers are strange. He said, are you sure I'm not adopted? I said, tell him we found him under a rock and you adopted him.
Found him under a rock.
Yeah. That's what I used to tell him all the time. We're out in Cabbage Patch.
Mm.
He tickles me, though. He's real quiet and shy. He's like Dylan was. When Dylan was growing up, Dylan was always backwards, shy, didn't want to talk to many people. And he's still kind of that way. He's getting, I think, kind of serious about his girlfriend, too. Because he said, she's marriage material. And I'm like, oh, God, no, not yet. You ain't graduated college. Don't start thinking about marriage. And he's the oldest one. He said, see, you thought I was going to be the first one. I said, well, I want you to finish your college before you talk about getting married, graduate first.
Yeah.
I said, I've raised you. And I said, you've been doing good, and I'm proud of you, and I don't want you to mess up now. But she graduates right before he does. No, I'm busy. You know nothing.
Well, they should have a good life. They both have college degrees. That'll be great.
She's going to be a teacher. She's been teaching younger kids right now for her internship.
Mm-hmm.
And she really enjoys it. So
yeah.
Her mom's a professor at the college.
Oh, okay.
She's originally from Russia. They adopted her when she was a baby.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You were telling me about that. Wow.
We supposed to met this yesterday morning and had breakfast with her so I could meet her. But then I was down in my back and couldn't. So we're going to meet at the end of the month. Dylan's going to take us all out to breakfast so we can meet her.
Oh, Allison said, don't do it. It's a trap.
It's a trap.
She's talking about,
oh.
Yeah. She's talking about the being a teacher. Ha ha.
Oh,
she loves it.
She's young. She loves it. So. But I said, well, I thought you meant don't get married, don't meet the parents.
Oh, no. She's talking about don't be a teacher.
Yeah. He done met her parents, so she's waiting to meet his. And
no,
I've been kind of backwards for her to meet Papo, because you know Papo kind of acts crazy. And I said, Papo acts crazy. She said, you know how, because you know how he is. I'm kind of embarrassed for her to meet him. And I'm like, why are you embarrassed for her to meet your Papo? He goes, you know how Papo is? I'm like, he's just a big cut up. I mean, he's always been that way. And I said, it's got to happen. So you're getting serious. We got to meet her. And this first girlfriend I've ever, well, most of them I've known because it was at school. One little girl, I didn't think he'd ever get involved with another because he really got involved with this little girl at school and she broke his heart. I mean, he cried. I didn't know how to handle it. I was like, I've never had a boy cry. My daughter get her heart broken all the time, but the boys never said anything when they broke up with the girl, you know.
Right.
And poor little Dylan, he took it to heart, and he wouldn't even mess with the girl for a long time over it. He said, I'm not getting hurt again. And but this little girl, he's worked with her for a long time before they even started dating. So
yeah,
I'm like, well, Natalie, please quit playing in the bathroom. Go watch your TV. Or I'm going to turn it off.
Well, if she loves them, it won't matter. She'll meet you, and
She said, I don't.
Everything will be good.
Yeah, he told her. He said, my family's crazy, and he said, my
I think
mama.
we all feel that way a little bit sometimes.
Yeah,
I'm sure
it's
my
like,
daughter was leery about her husband meeting me, but
yeah,
I turned out to be a great mother-in-law. Yes, I am. I'm a great mother-in-law.
he goes, I'll let you meet my mama. She's not as crazy as my papa. Oh, like, she goes, they can't be no crazier than my family. She said, my family's weird, not crazy. I'm like, okay. That I'll tell you what, her mom and sister, they had a gathering for something that Dylan went to. They both even had to get tested before they could even come to the gathering and bring the results with them for the C
Mm.
before she would even let them in the house.
Well, that's
Uh,
good. I
yeah,
mean,
and they wear masks. They don't make them wear masks, but they wear masks still. And
right.
he said, I didn't know how to act. I said, well, at least you showed your manners, respect, like I taught you, you know, because he's very well mannered young man. I'm proud
Mhm.
of him. Now, if
Well,
I can get these two to act this way, I don't think that'll happen, but especially Natalie. She's too much of a tomboy to act natural.
well, time will tell about that because
Mhm.
she may she may fool you when she gets a little bit older.
I told her, I said, you act like your brother's in Kentucky. Yeah, you do.
Yeah, my daughter was teasing about the teaching thing, but really, even though they do the student teaching and everything, it's totally
Yeah,
different when you're the teacher and you're the
yeah,
only one in there and you have to make them behave and things like that. So, I mean, it's all good that they go to school and they get to do student teaching and everything, but it is a little different when you're there by yourself. And she had
yeah.
a really bad first year as far as like the person was supposed to be teaching the other class, they quit after 2 days, and then they had a sub in there, but they didn't get a good long-term sub, so there was like a whole bunch of different subs in there, and
Oh,
it was
goodness.
just a big mess. And then she didn't have anybody who, like, when you're a first time, um and she said they don't tell you a lot in college. That's true. They tell you all the nice things about it. I don't think they really tell you, like, all the bad. But she basically had everything that could go wrong went wrong that first year.
Um,
And she had some really bad students. So she got a real good education real fast.
fast.
But now
Well,
she's
at
kind
least
of like,
get out of the back playing. This
she can
dog
pretty
won't
well
listen.
handle anything that they throw at her now because she's learned how to handle it.
I
My
know during dance, the little ones, one of the mom was talking about her daughter helps with the little 3 and 4 years old and was talking about how bad this class was, the kids was, and said the parents won't correct them or nothing. And so during dance rehearsal, they done real good. And she goes, y'all think I'm lying, don't you? Peyton's like, I swear they were bad. They wouldn't listen. They wouldn't do this. And Peyton's like 14. And she goes, they wouldn't listen. They was beating each other up. And we're sitting there laughing at her. I said, well, of course they're on stage. They're going to act good. People's watching them. But
yeah.
during the recital, we kind of seen a part of, because they hitting each other in the back, smacking each other's. It was funny. I said, that's
Mhm.
little ones for you. They don't get along very well. She said, see, I told you I wasn't lying.
And then she said, and there is a lot more to teaching than actually teaching the kids. That's
Yeah.
true too.
I know the teachers left. She's been in there a couple of days by herself with them. Because she told Dylan, she said, I love teaching, but she said, some of them something else. She
Yeah.
said, I'm learning fast. And I said, parents these days, they don't, when they're little, they think things is cute. And when they get bigger, it ain't so cute.
Right.
And I said, you know, that's what a lot of young parents need to learn. It ain't cute when they get bigger, and then trying to correct them from it. That's a completely different story than when you let them get away with it. What?
That's right.
Will you please sit down and watch TV?
And I think too many parents
No.
allow the daycare and whomever else to watch their kids to where they're not really learning how to behave, from a young age. And then by the time
Yeah.
they get to school, they don't
Yeah.
have any manners and they don't know how to keep their hands to themselves and, things like that. And then they end up, and at my daughter's school, I mean, some of those kids, they were like going to be hoodlums. I mean, they were
Yeah.
bad. And,
Yeah.
you can tell they're not getting any home raising or home teaching at
Yeah.
all. And they rely on the schools to do it, but the schools can't do everything. If you haven't given them a good foundation, it's kind of hard for the school to do anything with them.
Well, that's
So,
like the dance studio. She wants you there with your kids, and a lot of them drops the kids off and think that everybody else is supposed to watch the kids while they're not in class. And it's like, and you have to, they, why the dance teachers in there, they can't watch them because they're in there teaching the other classes. So her
right.
poor little receptionist, she has to get on them. And
Mm-hmm.
we try to help her because there's like 4 or 5 of us that stay there all the time.
Right.
Try to help them. We'll just say, please don't do that. Can you pick this up, please? And they'll look
Mm-hmm.
at you like, no, I ain't doing it. So we have to end up picking it up, keep the other kids from running through there, falling over it, or, and
Yeah.
it's like, where are these parents at? They're not supposed to leave them, but they'll drop them off a little bit and leave them. It's like, you
Yeah. Well,
don't do that.
that's how it was with my daughters when she was in dance too. We were supposed to stay there and, you know, take care of all that kind of stuff. And you're right. A lot of parents would just drop them off and be gone for a couple hours or however long their class was.
Or be late picking them up. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
and like, we supposed to have been there Sunday morning at 9 o'clock and have them ready at 9:45 to go on stage for practice in their costumes, makeup, everything like they would look if they went in recital. We had the newer parents dragging in there 2 hours late, 2.5 up to 3 hours late.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, bringing their kids in after they've already rehearsed, you know, trying to get them back in line to get them. But she would have to stop her, but she got so mad that the poor little owner did. And I know next year they'll pay for it because she's going to be really strict because she
Yeah.
plainly said, she told everybody in class each time we had a meeting, you have to be there. This is a rule. I'm shocked she didn't tell them they couldn't be in the recycle,
Yeah.
recital. I can't even talk because she has done that before.
Right.
Tell them you can't show up when the other parents do. It's like they didn't have to listen to what we had to listen to. But a lot of the new parents really did. They went over her and they had this one little grandma. She bugged our poor receptionist to death. she she didn't get nothing right, and then she didn't like this, and she didn't like that, and our receptionist trying to tell her, well, I can't change it because you don't like it. This is how the rules go. And she'd
Yeah.
stand there and have a fit over it. Well, we can't do this. We can't stay here all the time. We can't do this. We can't do that. And she just told her, she said, this is her rules, the owner's rules. You have to follow them or you're not in recital. Don't care how much money you paid out. You have to follow the rules or you're not in it. And she
That's
goes, I
right.
ain't being that way. Because she's real sweet, quiet. You know, she don't, the girl's got patience, I'm telling you. That's what I tell her. I told her, I said, you got patience that they ain't no way some of them I can put up with. I would have to say something.
Yeah.
There's no way I could deal with what she deals with. I'm not saying her name, but I said, love her heart. And I told her all the time, I said, I really appreciate you. I don't know if anybody else tells you, but I appreciate you. I told her, I said, yeah, I'm one of the oldest people that's been there forever. It seems like I'm becoming a light fixture. So everybody goes, how long you been here? I said, 9 years. Everybody else, 2 or 3 years. So
Hmm.
I think there's two other parents that's been there 10 years, but their kids are on competition where mine's not. I can't afford competition. It costs too much money.
Yeah.
I said I'd like to put Natalie in competition because they begged me all the time. Even the one smaller teacher, she said, I'll tell you who'd be good in competition. And I'm like, no, don't even go there because I can't afford it. And you know I can't. She said, well, it's still out there. I said, I know, but I can't afford it. There ain't no way I can put her in it
Yeah.
because Natalie's good. She
Hmm.
really is because they couldn't believe some of the parents. It's like she goofs off during class and stuff. And then when she got up on stage, it's like, boom, she turned on. Nobody was going to mess her up. And they couldn't believe the difference in it. I kept telling them, wait till she gets on stage and then you'll see what she can do. And sure
Yeah.
enough, during practice, they learned real fast what she could do. And they're like,
Mm.
she could be professional. I said, yeah, but she has to be on the stage to turn on because she knows people's going to be watching her and she's going to do it right. She don't want to embarrass herself.
Yeah. Right.
I wish she'd act like that at home, though. No such luck.
Oh my goodness. Whew.
Mary must be already knocked out. She's wore out too, love her heart.
I
Mandy,
bet. I
she
bet
does.
all of y'all are from all that. That was a lot.
And she come over here, what was it, yesterday when it was, after the storm, she said, I'm going to stand out in the rain with my umbrella and be Mary Poppins. I said, you're going to look like Mary Poppins when that lightning hits you. She goes, I can't move anyway, so why not? I'm like, not me. I said, I can just barely move. I ain't standing out with no umbrella. Yeah, I blew a
Well,
bunch of her limbs down and big old branch off our one tree, our cottonwood. I said, that poor tree's going to be naked as a jaybird if it keeps up. Because it's like every storm we have, big storm we have, it takes one big limb out of it. And it's so tall now that all the limbs is at the very top of the tree. So we got a big stick standing in our yard with everything at the top now because it
mm,
keeps tearing the it don't tear the top ones off, it tears the lower ones off. It's like breaks them off.
mm.
And then we have one we thought sure that went through our shed, but it come down beside our shed, just missed the roof in our shed. I was
Ooh.
like, Lord mercy.
Well, yesterday when my daughter came, it was raining. And I said, and two of my plants had knocked over. So I was out on the porch trying to get my plants straightened out. And I said, oh, it's raining. I said, I'll get my umbrella and I'll come get the baby out of the car. I go over there to get the baby, and doggone if the wind doesn't catch the umbrella and take it up
Uh,
in the neighbor's yard. And so then I
oh,
got the baby to chase after my umbrella. I said, oh, this is ridiculous.
Lord, I wouldn't have been out in that storm we had the other night for nothing. Oh, it was blowing everything everywhere. I'm shocked we didn't have a tornado. That's how bad it was. It scared me to death. it got so black, and then the electric went off. You couldn't see nothing. It's like, oh, I don't like storms like that. And I
Well,
wouldn't
see,
let the kids go upstairs. It moves our house. It feels like our house is moving. When the thunder goes through,
uh-huh.
it shakes the house. Like the it shakes it when that thunder was going through.
Well, my
I'm
apartment
like,
is on the corner of the building, and on the one side is the retention pond, and it's like I have a pillar on my patio, but it's like the wind comes from the side and comes through that um patio, like through the pillar thing, and no matter where I put my plants, something is always getting blown over. It's just like
well,
weird how it comes
because
through
that
that
air,
side.
yeah,
And
that's
so
weird.
I have to go out there, and I've got little wooden skewers that I got stuck down in the plants, like trying to prop them up.
I'm shocked it didn't kill Natalie's tomato plant, but it was in the corner of our porch, so I think that's the only thing that saved it. It didn't blow it over, but because it's still sitting there when we went out. So I'm like, well, I said it saved your tomato plant. Her tomato, she got her first little tiny tomato on it. So she's so
Oh,
excited.
I bet she is. Did any of the
We didn't
seeds
expect it
come up yet?
to grow. No, not yet. So
Mm,
hopefully they will soon. I said, as
yeah.
much rain we've had here lately, it probably flooded them out.
Well, maybe.
I said, maybe
Hopefully
some
not.
of them will come. Yeah,
Hopefully they'll come up, right?
I ain't had to worry about watering them.
No.
But her tomato plant, I make sure she waters it because where it's been so hot the last 2 days, it dried because it's in a pot. It's not in the ground.
Yeah.
We just put it in the pot. I was going to put some tomato plants out this year, and I didn't do it. I usually do it every year, and I just for some reason didn't do it this year.
Well, that's funny. I don't even eat tomatoes.
Yeah, she don't even eat tomatoes. She don't like tomatoes.
I like the taste. It's the texture that doesn't.
Yeah, she don't like the texture of them. She likes the taste
Oh,
of them. She loves ketchup,
yeah.
It's the texture.
but she just don't like the texture of. Because I've tried to get her to take a bite of salad with one in it, like cut in half.
Mm-hmm.
Hers is the
Mm-hmm.
little Tommy toes. Well, they call them not Tommy toes anymore. They call them something else.
The like
What's
cherry
it called?
tomatoes.
Yeah, cherry tomatoes is what they're called.
Mhm.
We call them Tommy toes.
I had a plant one time, and it got really big, and I like for 2 years it kept growing, and then I don't know what happened to it, why it ended up dying. But yeah, they grow good in containers,
Yeah,
especially if you get the little metal tomato cage thing to put on there, so it
yeah,
has somewhere to kind of grow up to and somewhere to
yeah.
rest on.
Yeah, we
They'll
had
grow
to
you
made a
good.
cage around her tree. Her tree stood the storm. Her little tree, her
Oh, that's
dogwood tree. Yeah, it stood the storm, but we put that tomato cage around it so
yeah.
that way it wouldn't tear it up. Now let Peppa be coming straighten the couch up, please. He said he'd be off about 9. It's not about 9 now. I was
Yeah.
straightening the other couch up. Yeah, I know. Eli messed it up and went upstairs. As bad as you anymore. I think I'm gonna have to get off here. My back's a killing me.
Okay.
Just not. So,
Yeah. Well, we'll do it again when your back's feeling better. We can go live again.
yeah, it's just I've sat here long enough, and it's starting to hurt real bad.
Yeah. Well, we'll end it and you go get some rest, and I'll chat with you tomorrow.
All right, honey. Thank you all
All
for
right.
coming.
Yes.
Talk to
Thank
you
you,
later.
everyone. All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Well, I don't know how to leave. Oh, I know.